Hello, you are welcome to New Focused Approach to Mathematics Basic 8. This is the revised edition, and in this video, we want to look at problems involving Pythagoras Theorem. This lesson can be found in page 207. In our previous lesson, we were able to discover the concept behind Pythagoras Theorem, and so we are going to apply this concept to solve problems or questions. Let's take first example. The diagram given is a right angle triangle. They've defined the side CB as 8 centimeters, BD as 6 centimeters, and they want you to find the CD, which is the longest side. And so, by Pythagoras theorem, the longest side, is equal to the sum of the two other sides, CB, as the sum of the squares. So then BD, right? So we know that CB is given as 8, so 8 squared, and then BD is given as 6, so 6 squared. Now when we simplify this, what is 8 squared? That means 8 times 8. And 8 times 8 will give us 64, right? And then 6 times 6 will give us 36. When you put these two together, we have 100. So our line CD squared is equals to 100. And because we want to make CD the subject, we square both sides. So we root both sides. We take the square root both sides. So when I root this and I root that, then my CD becomes square root of 100. And square root of 100 we know to be 10. That means 10 times 10 is 100. So root 100 is 10. And that gives us 10 centimeters. I think it's cool. Beautiful. Now let's take another example and see. This time around we have another right angle triangle with the length PR given as 13, that's the longest side. QR is 5, and then we want to find PQ. So we want to find the length PQ. And PQ squared plus RQ squared, it should be rather PQ squared, that's correct. PQ squared plus RQ squared should be equal to PR squared. Good, PR squared. That means the two shortest sides, the sum of the two shortest sides should be equal to the longest side, the square of the longest side. Now, I'm making PQ the subject because that's what I want. RQ has been given as 5 squared, and then PR is 13, so 13 squared. So my PQ, remember square is here, should be equal to 13 squared is 169, then this is 25. That is trying to group like terms. So my PQ squared is equal to 169 minus 25 will give us 144. And since we are making PQ the subject, we take square root both sides, and then we have square root of 144. Now, what is square root of 144? That means what number squared will give us 144? And that is 12. So 12 meters becomes the length of the PQ. Great. I'm sure you are following. Let's take the last example. Find the value of x in the diagram. We want to find the value of x in the diagram. And here, the assumption is that this is a right angle triangle, even though it wasn't indicated, but that should be. Normally, if it's not indicated, we don't want to assume. But for this very question, it's supposed to be there. So let's assume that it is 90 degrees. So right angle triangle. In that case, our hypotenuse squared, that is the longest side squared, x plus 2 all squared, should be equal to x plus 1 also squared, that is the side here, plus then the side here 3 squared. Right. I hope it makes sense. Good. Now we can expand and simplify this. When we expand this one, we are going to have x plus 2 times x plus 2 is equal to s plus 1 times s plus 1 as well. There's a short way of doing this, but I want to go through the long approach so I don't get confused. So this I can write 9 straight away here. Now, when we expand this, let's do the expansion. This will multiply this to give you s squared, right? And the same thing will multiply that to give you plus 2x. Then this will multiply this to give you plus 2x, and it will multiply that to give you plus 4. Is equal to, do the same thing here, this to this is s squared, and this to that is x. This to this is plus x, and this to that is plus 1, then plus 9. Now, take note that when we have x plus 1 all squared, it will never give you s squared plus 1 squared. No. We have to expand it. Good. Now, what happens here? When we try to group like terms, or let me simplify further, I have x squared here. This together will give me plus 4x plus this 4. Here too, I have s squared here. This together will give me plus 2x. This together will give me plus 10, right? Now, when I try to group like terms and I move this one to the other side, I'm going to have s squared minus s squared. Then plus this 4x here, that is this one. And if I move this 2 here also, it becomes minus 2x. Okay, let me say it's equals to the 10 that is here. Then this one to move to the other side to become negative 4. So this is what I have. Now with this, I can say that s squared minus s squared will give me 0. 4x minus 2x will give me 2x. Is equal to 10 minus 4 is 6. So I have 2x equals 6. If I divide both sides by 2, then I have my x is equals to 6 divided by 2, which is 3. And so that becomes 3 meters. So x is equal to 3. Okay, x is equal to 3. That is the value for x in this question. I'm sure this has been of great help to you. Thanks so much for watching.